So let's say they ask you to use the definition of the derivative in order to differentiate this function. So the first thing you must do is to find f of x plus h. So this means when you see x in the function of f, you replace it with x plus h. And on the second part, we are just going to repeat the bracket twice so that we can use the FOIL method. But on the second part, we are just going to use the distributive property. So 4 times x, it's 4x. 4 times h, it's 4h. And then we still say minus 3 there. So according to the FOIL method, we multiply the first terms, then we multiply the outer terms, we multiply the inner terms, and we multiply the last terms. In the process of doing that, the 2 is still outside the bracket. So x by x, it's x squared. X by h, it's xh. H by x, it's xh. Adding the two like terms together, we get 2xh. And then h by h, we get h squared. Of course, we still have 4x plus 4h minus 3. Then from this point, we distribute our 2. So we say 2 times x squared, we get 2x squared. And then 2 times 2xh, it's 4xh. And 2 times h squared, we simply get 2h squared. And we still have 4x, we have 4h, and then we say minus 3. So here we can see that we don't really have like terms to collect. So this is our f of x plus h in its simplest form. So now that we have it, then we can go ahead and define the derivative of a function. So this is how we define the derivative. We say f prime of x is the limit as h approaches 0. It's the limit of f of x plus h minus the original function. And we say this whole thing is divided by h. So f of x plus h, it's 2x squared plus 4xh, 2h squared, 4x, 4h, minus 3. And then we say minus, because f of x consists of more than one terms, we just need to open the bracket because this negative sign has to affect everyone in the function. So we have 2x squared, and then we say plus 4x minus 3. And of course, everything is divided by h. And then we have to distribute the negative sign. After doing so, we have the limit as h approaches 0 of 2x squared plus 4xh, 2h squared, 4x, 4h, minus 3 minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 3. And once again, this whole thing is divided by h. And then from this point, we can see that, well, this one and that one will commit suicide. The same holds for these two, as well as these ones. So after they have canceled out, we are left with 4xh, 2h squared, and 4h, and all of which they have h in common. So I'm just going to take h out as the highest common factor. So when I do, from the first term, I'm left with 4x. From the second term, with 2h. And from the last term, with a solid 4. And these two h's, once again, will commit suicide as well. So when they do, I'm now left with the limit as h approaches 0 of 4x plus 2h, and then I say plus 4. And then from this point, I'm just going to use my direct substitution. So I substitute 0 for h, and I'm just left with 4x plus 4. So this is the derivative of the function from first principles in its simplest form.